Welcome back to part 2 of my how-to video, how to create a minute and or hourglass in Excel. Last time I left you after explaining how to create a minute glass, and now I'm going to tack on how to also add an hourglass to your chart as well. With that said, I strongly recommend, if you haven't already done so, please watch my first video on this topic, as I'm simply going to peruse over the previously covered material. Alright, with that said, let's begin. So we already have the data necessary for the minute glass. Now we're going to use basically the same logic for the hourglass. And like before, we're going to skip cap and base for now and go straight on to the top air portion, which again is the time that has already elapsed using the minute function. And now we're going to multiply that times 60 because there are 60 seconds in a minute. Okay, and then we're going to tack on the seconds that have occurred that are less than 60. So that's now. Okay, great. And then we're going to, this will be the number of seconds that have yet to pass within the hour. So I looked online and there are 3,600 seconds in an hour. We're going to subtract how many have already passed. Alright, base air, this portion here, is going to be equal to that value, and base sand is going to be equal to top air. Alright, so once we have these values, we can do what we did before and play around with those cap and base numbers until we no longer see those columns behind or above or below the glass here. And I've already done it for mine, and I believe I got 719 for the cap and 660 seconds for the base. Alright, and we need to find out what that percentage is. Get rid of that for now and lower that. What is this as a percent of the top half portion of the glass? F4. Alright. Formulas. Formula. This needs to be what percentage is it of the bottom half, starting with base air. Paste that down. Formulas. And again, you see you have 200%, 200%. So if we wanted to, we could post it like this. The only catch is that the two glasses would be the same height. Now, how in my example at the beginning, the hourglass in here is twice the size of the minute glass. So all we have to do is take the percentages here and multiply it times 2. Alright, and carry that function down. And now the glass is going to be 4 high. Make that percentages. And that's why I like using percentages instead of these numbers. If you wanted to, technically you could have used these numbers here and these here. The only problem is your hourglass would be 60 times larger than your minute glass, so it kind of defeats the purpose of the minute glass. So that's why I like keeping it percentages, so that you can more easily keep them all relatively similar so that one glass doesn't totally overwhelm the other. Alright, so now we have all of the data. Let's go ahead, take our series and the percentages here, and then for the hourglass we're going to do percentage times 2. Insert. Column 2D column stacked column chart, and this isn't what we want. We need to switch row and column. Alright, that looks good. The glass needs to be a separate series, or the secondary. Pull it in here, secondary axis. Now it's on top of everything. Alright. Let's select the glass again, or let's get our image in there. So copy the hollowed out image, paste it over. That's great. And now we just have that issue again with the base being actually at the top and the top being at the bottom. That's easy to fix. We're going to select data, and then we just have to move everything here to be upside down. So the cap, the base, top air, second from the bottom of the list, top sand, third from the bottom, and then base air, base sand, base, and we'll just put the glass at the very top of the list. Okay. Does that look right? Top air, top sand, base air, base sand, base, and cap, and then the glass doesn't matter. Good. Okay. You want to change this. You now need an hourglass label. I've seen it spelled as one word as 2. I'll just keep it as 2 for now. It might be misspelled, and I apologize for that. Spelling is not my strong suit. Let's go to base sand. We know what that needs to be. Format, fill, texture, sand. Make that most air or glass-like. Texture, sand, and air. Alright, let's get those, replace these x-axis labels. So select data again after selecting the chart. Edit horizontal category axis labels. Edit the range minute in glass because it appears in minute in glass order. And apologies for that. You can't have glass selected when you do that. Since glass is a secondary axis, it has its own horizontal axis labels technically that you just rarely see. So let's go to one that actually is on the primary axis. Edit, minute, hour, click and drag. Okay, that's better. And now we have that done. These percentages are meaningless, so it's that one. And these labels, it's pretty self-explanatory what this shows. And you know, it's optional to have the grid lines. Let's go ahead and just delete those anyway. And you have your minute and hourglass. Thank you for watching. I hope this was possibly inspiring or something. I thought it was pretty cool when I first made it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And stay tuned for many more. Thank you.